So guys, earlier in my previous video, I was talking about different purpose why we do what we do, and I'm here to expatiate more because I feel there's need for you to be able to have an idea of what you're doing, why you are doing what you're doing, just for a clear view. Okay, so I talked about leveraging on something. Probably you want to have a claim to someone or to an asset. You can leverage on a child. Yes, a lot of people leverage on a child, like baby mamas. A lot of people just come in, probably they want to have an access to a person, and the only way they just look for that particular the spot of that person. What can get this person's attention? Probably it turns out to be because this is the world that we are in now. Okay, it goes a long way. It has a lot of impact on people. So you see, you can leverage on a child to have a claim to an asset or a claim on someone. Okay, so which is still not bad. The only thing is, when venturing into this journey is a big deal. Then though, before that, most people, they didn't even plan it. It just pops up and then it happened, and they just feel like, okay, let's have a claim to this. Okay, because at the end of the day, they look at the advantages and the disadvantages, and then they feel they have more advantage, they have more better options, they have a brighter future with this option, so they can leverage on that, which is still okay. That's why a lot of time you see a lot of baby mamas out there. You see, both most time on social media, you see this fight between that has to do with financial support and all that. Yes, because they're leveraging on what they have. And then to some people, they can still leverage on a video. Some people, they kind of like go into blackmailing the other person, kind of like, okay, let's, for instance, if this person is already married and you had this with him, you see, at the end of the day, probably he doesn't want his wife to know. You kind of like have a leverage by making a by making a video of what you guys did. The only thing, in venturing into this journey, you should be able to know that making that video, you are inclusive, your face is there, everything about you. So you have to be able to mentally sell your shame and then bear the consequences of what will come out of it. That is it. So it's just you telling yourself, I'm self-satisfied to whatever it is that will come out of this. It's a game that I'm willing to play. Okay, so some people leverage on video to have a claim to an asset. They might like really tell you, if you don't do this, if you don't do this, I'm going to show this to your wife, or maybe you give me a certain amount of money, or maybe you take me outside the country, or maybe you give me a certain wealth. Okay, which is still not bad. And to some people, they just use it, it becomes a means to lay claim or a means to bear a child. There are people that are single out there. They just feel they don't want to settle down with anyone. They don't want to be under anybody. They just want to live their life the way they want. So now they take advantage of that to just have a claim, have a name given to them, know that there's a child along their life. There's a child in the midst of whatever they're doing. So it depends on what you do. And then to some people, it becomes a fling in a bling. Like I said, so when we talk about a fling and a bling, these are cruise masters, these are party riders, these are people that just want to enjoy the moment, live a luxurious life, establish themselves. Like, they can, when they look back, they can say, yes, I lived to full. So you must be able to protect yourself in all this, knowing that you don't want to have a horrible result at the end of the day. Okay, so embarking on this kind of journey, you must have something to protect yourself. It can come either in the other way or in kind of like a contraceptive way. So you know what I'm talking about. So yes, that is it. So then, to some people, to the cruise masters, because some people, it's just basically the cruise. It's just the cruise. It is what it is. They don't give a care, or they don't, it doesn't matter. It's just for the moment. They live in the moment. They just enjoy themselves. So now, you being in that, if you're finding yourself in that place, make sure you enjoy it and get a full satisfaction, because what you live with is the memories. That's what counts for you. You just want to live your life exactly the way you want, so make the best out of it. So at the end of the day, the truth is, whatever you do, don't deviate from your position. Then let's talk about the final one, the ones I call the commercial workers. Okay, it's just for the money. Knowing when you find yourself in this place, you don't share anything, you're very private, it's strictly business, no emotions attached, you just do and get the money. So you basically know what I'm going there for, is for the money. Even before doing anything, there's already a fixed price, there's already a bargain price on stand. So you see, you don't communicate anything about yourself. The person might not even know your name. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I believe with this video I've really shared a lot of things. I love you. If you want to really like watch my previous video where I started on this whole stock, yes, so you can, I will drop my link under the description box, so you can basically go there and watch